What's up, everybody? It's your boy Anthony Fallon. It's on Center Sports Channel. What it do? Beautiful, real nice out here, about 78 degrees, right outside of Phoenix, headed east. You know, um, but yeah, I've been wanting. I finally taken the opportunity to talk about our free agent moves so far, and kind of talk about it in the earlier parts of the video. I mean, previous videos really about the chess moves. Now that we're seeing things unfold and how they're gonna play out, one thing we knew was that the first thing was who are we going to keep? You know what I'm saying? And it looked like so far we just only kept Jordan Lewis. Of course, we had special teams like um, C.J. Goodwin, and that's about it. But notable names is Jordan Lewis. Cheeto Bay has left and went to Cincinnati. We haven't signed Xavier Woods yet. We did some tender offers or whatnot with Woods and Noah Brown, Cedric Wilson, Kevin. I was wondering what we was gonna do with the wide receiver core. We were gonna keep them intact because, like I mentioned, it looked like these guys was gonna have a breakout year with Dak. To be honest with you, especially Cedric Wilson, um, and that's why I was kind of in the mix of that Gallup trading, to get uh, more draft picks or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to get rid of Gallup, not at all. But in a business sense, uh, yeah, because you can kick CD to the outside, and Cedric can play the slot. You know what I'm saying? And according to how Noah Brown is going to look, if he can stay healthy, but that's been his issue. He might have could have been a starter if he could stay healthy, possible. Um, so our new pieces, um, we got the deep tackle from the Texans. Um, Name is just not on top of my head right now. I don't want to mess it up. I think it's Wallace, if I'm not mistaken, last name. We got Brent Urban, journeyman, Baltimore Ravens player, kept getting hurt. Serviceable on Chicago Bears. Um, he has a good rating in run stopping, according to PFF. You know, he's not big. He's only like 305, but can move. And this is really what I wanted to talk about. My thoughts on free agency. Um, before I get there with Brent Urban, Jordan Lewis, I think that he can. I don't. I mean, I can't say he can play safety. We will see. I know that there are some reports out there about they've been talking up the Falcons uh, TVs. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. The Neils and the Kazims, but we will see about that. We will see. Um, I think. I mean, I guess Jordan Lewis is the prototypical nickel corner. He was a playmaker prior to past prior years, except this year. I don't know. Nobody did anything. So obviously there was a difference when it came to style, a different style. Of course, we all know that uh, everything was just different defensively. So yes. So what to expect from that? Um, Guy, if the guys don't know, they just not. If they don't know what they're doing on the field, they're just not going to perform. It's too much thinking. Simple as that. So let's get to the Brent Urban and just how things are playing unfolding. And this is they kind of made the moves before I could make the actual video because that's I was what they've done so far is exactly what I was going to talk about. Let's find some guys because I know they're not going to make the splash. So let's find guys uh, that that has some experience that still can be developed, or you can develop to the likings of your scheme, as long as they fit the metrics and stuff. And maybe there are some, maybe they were like some guys that you had on draft boards years prior, 2 and 3 years ago, that are now free agents, and you can get them for the cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like a Brent Urban, uh, like the Wallaces, and particularly on the D line, and making this as competitive as possible because that has been a problem to me with when we talk about the Woods and middle linebacker we talk about Jalen and these all these guys is that they knew that they was going to start because they was paid or they knew their job wasn't being threatened by anyone off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So make it competitive, but also you adding some depth. Three, you're adding some experience. Some guys had little to no success, had little success, or some productivity, should I say? And but then on top of that, you can go into the draft and you can develop your rookies. We get some quality rookies in here to compete, and you can let these guys develop, get some game reps, and and while these more 3 and 4 year veteran guys show and prove to kind of provide that edge of competition at the same time. I don't know if these guys are actually going to stay on the team. I don't know. I mean, shit, we could just cut them all just like we did last year if they don't perform. But hopefully, we got some guys that you bought low and you get a high bought low and get a good rate of return. You know what I'm saying? As we always do, bargain shop, and that these guys fit the scheme and play at a high level, and you get some productivity out of them. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. It's a gamble because it depends on the player. Now now Brent Urban in particular, he's a defensive end slash defensive lineman. Now, one of the most crucial things that we got to understand is that Dan Quinn, the 3-4 cover scheme, how he runs it. We all know that nickel is going to be a primary defensive set, but he's going to run big nickel. Okay, he's going to have a bigger offensive line, two linebackers, three safeties, two corners. You know what I'm saying? A bigger defensive line. Did I say offensive? I mean a bigger defensive line, a more beefy defensive line that's that's going to be made to stop the run, and they're going to run cover three heavily out of that. So Brent Urban, to me, is probably going to be a. He might be right in, might be left in, but I think he's going to be a left in uh, run stopper. And you're going to move the Marcus Lawrence. You can move the Marcus Lawrence on the right end, where he is traditionally going. That's what he traditionally is, a right end. But he's better at the run than anybody else on the Cowboys. Um, or or is Big Nickel? He's going to play inside. He's going to be like a Bennett. Well, I think his name is Michael Bennett that played for Seattle. That eventually ended up playing a year with us. You know what I'm saying? I think his name was Michael Bennett. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or he's going to play inside during a big nickel package, but during our base packages, our 4-3 package, he could be a left end run stopper. That's what he's going to be, and let D Law play from the right, get his sack totals up, and he's a run stopper because he's more versatile. But then then you can rotate Gregory in, you know, and whoever else. So to me, that's where we're at so far. We're filling in some spots with some experience, with some competition. Um, we just have to wait and see what else is going to happen as far as our backfield. When we come to our safeties, are they going to make a move on the former Falcons players, safeties in the backfield? We will see, because we don't know just yet. There are talks about it, but we don't know. Okay, so that's really it so far, because I think we're trying to. The biggest thing for the coaching staff right now for our team going forward is developing our players. That is something that we have not had since Coach Parcells. Is player development. Everybody just don't come out of the NFL, out of college, pre-packaged, ready to go. Some of these guys learn and gain experience in due time. Everybody don't learn the same. Everybody just don't come out equipped, fully packaged, and with a good skill set to play. I mean, Reggie Robinson, for instance, obviously he, according to them, to the past defensive regime, that he was not ready to play. They was going to have him play a safety, some free safety or something like that. So that's what it has to come down to, is this player development. Now think about it. If you can get some productivity out of these 1-year players, free agents that we signed, like a Robert Quinn, now I think I see what Jerry Jones may be possibly doing. Will McClay and those guys is you putting in compensatory picks on these guys at the end of the year if they decide to sign with someone else. So therefore, you get these third and fourth round compensatory picks. That's the heart. That's going to be the heart of any team, is where you can find good value for local, high value at a low cost. So yes, that I think that's been what Jerry Jones and staff has been trying to do. To be honest with you, which is not a bad idea. It's just the fact that you have to be right in the players you choose to come on board because you're expecting them to play their way to that to that second contract, that second big contract, which most of them are trying to do and find a home. So there's nothing wrong with that if you're going to come in, be serviceable, be productive, like a Robert Quinn come in and get 11 sacks. We all know that that's what he came and did. Although he was very horrible against the run, very horrible against the run. So so that's pretty much it for me on the free agency part. I'm still cooking up, doing some draft research. I'm just targeting players, specific players. Um, I do have my free safety that I'm very interested in. I have a couple of linebackers that I'm interested in. Um, I just want to really speak on how the draft may go. I'm gonna tell you what, outside of Cowboys, I was gonna talk about the New England Patriots, but they kind of did a 180 on me and went and signed two tight ends. I had a feeling they was gonna go that route, but I thought Kyle Pitts was definitely somebody that they was gonna go after. Maybe they didn't want to, or felt like they wasn't going to be able to trade up without giving up some pieces or too many draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's talking about Kyle Pitts is, top five, and and he's probably not going to fall in the top 15. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But he got two pretty solid tight ends to go along with Cam Newton, and we all know that Cam Newton thrive is a tight end's best friend. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, interesting. That's all I got to say. And we have been interesting so far even in our predictable uh, shopping for cheap or bargaining deals um, so far with the Cowboys, and there's more to see. So this is just talk one about, or talk two really, about the free agency. But since we actually seeing pieces being moved and placed and replaced, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be fun to see because I still think it's going to come down to the draft, to be honest with you. But this is your boy Anthony Fallon. It's on the Sports Channel. Peace. I'm out.